Hey, YouTube. The captain's back. Yeah, that was the money shot. Yeah. You know how it is when you try to do the thumbnails and all this stuff. Yeah. It's been a long, long week and a cold week. Right now it's just barely hitting 40 here in South Jersey, and I just had to come out and chooch. So happy Friday to everybody. It's been, oh man, like I don't know where to start. I mean, it's just been so crazy these last couple of weeks with illnesses in the family. The kids bring it home, and it just goes throughout the house. Last week into this week, I believe it was this week. Was it this week? I can't keep up anymore. It was the stomach flu. So, knock on wood, as of Friday today, everybody's feeling good. Everybody's back at work. Everybody's back at school. Uh, yeah. Other things that's going on, just you know how life is. It's just stressful now. My truck's giving me a bunch of trouble. Check engine light won't stay off. It's either the catalytic converter or O2 sensor. It's one of those weird, funky codes. So a failed inspection. So I got the big red sticker on there, and so that's not good. And now I just woke up this morning to find out that the transmission pan underneath is leaking and dripping transmission fluid. So if there's a reason to come out here, embrace this cold. You can light my pipe. The wind. And get that off my mind and start thinking happy thoughts, right? Zen, meditation, because as you know, things nickel and dime you, and you can't pour blood out of a stone. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's one of those things. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do. But so enough of that BS. I want to come back here and chooch and think happy thoughts and make a video because it's been a week since the last time I posted anything. Because it's just been hectic around here and nothing really for me to do and talk about. Plus being sick. So what I'm going to talk about right now, I don't want to keep the video too long, but as you know, I'm a home brewer. So the Bible here, I got a recipe that I got the grains for. So my new recipe is off on page, for those of you who have this book, is on page 162, the old ale. I'll tell you what it looks like. Okay. Now this is for all grain, but you know that I don't do all grain, so, and I'm playing with this because I'm trying to recreate the Innsmouth Old Ale by Narragansett. You know, that's one of my favorite breweries, and they came out with a whole line of Lovecraft inspired beers that, the last couple years up in New England, Rhode Island, and I was never able to get them. It comes out of the barrel 7 point, I believe, 5% ABV, their version, and it has a bunch of different things. You'll see it when I go to make the beer. I'll read what they say, and I'm trying to clone it as best I can using this recipe and another recipe. But I can't make it. I was going to brew this weekend. I can't brew because I ordered some black treacle online, and that's from another recipe. So in between looking at the brewer's notes on their webpage for Narragansett's version to this version, and then another one that calls for putting black treacle, a pound of black treacle, into your boil, and that'll give it that old resiny flavor because that's what we're trying to do. We're making an old style beer. Okay, so the description on this version is dark and strong with fruity sherry-like flavors from corn sugar. From the corn sugar and special beer. This special beer requires a long conditioning period, and that's the key because that other recipe that I found, when you add that black treacle, it gives it that aged flavor, so you don't have to wait for the aging. Of course, it will develop other flavors and nuances as it does age, um, but that's the key with this. And so that recipe said, don't even brew this beer if you're not going to put the black treacle in. because I don't want to sit there and wait that long. Now this version's got 8.7%. I don't want to sit there and put this on make this beer and then have to wait to drink it like 3 months, 4 months down the road. So this used pale malt, Munich malt, dark crystal malt, chocolate malt, and Goldings. 2 and 3, 4 ounces. I just did the 2 ounces. I got 4 ounces of East Kent Goldings. This says to use 1028 English Ale yeast by Y Yeast. I just got my go-to blend of Nottingham yeast to use, so we're gonna go with that. And probably next weekend I'll be brewing that beer, so you'll be looking for that footage when I get it up. So yeah, I mean, this is it's an experiment. We're trying to recreate a beer that I never tried, so I don't know if it's going to be a clone. Obviously, it won't be an exact clone because I don't have the exact recipe, But we'll go with these two recipes that I did find, and see how it tastes when it gets all said and done. But yeah, just trying to just come out here finally and do something, and get out of the house. This weather just sucks. We're putting the clocks forward this weekend, and it sure as hell don't feel like it. 5 years ago, you know how you get the little things on Facebook that pop up? 5 years ago this day, I was deep in the heart of the woods, me and the first mate, and we were camping. 5 years ago. I don't know about any camping this year. I'd like to. Well, we'll have to wait and see. But the sun's out. It's supposed to rain later. Again, be nasty. Now, Sunday, the weather's supposed to change over and be like a little bit warmer, like in the 60s. But then rain as well. It seems like that's what it does. Around here, when it does get warm and tries to get nice, it rains. So that always puts a damper on my camping trips or hiking trips if I ever try to do anything. If I can. It's just difficult nowadays to do anything. I still have a young kids, 2-year-old. I'm constantly working, things like that. And now with this truck situation, which is just stressing me out. It's on its last legs, and I just gotta keep dumping money. It's turning into a money pit, but I don't have the money right now at all, or any type of thought can go into trying to get another loan for another vehicle. It's just not in the cards right now, so I'm trying to keep it running, and it's just proven difficult. Now I got a freaking transmission pan leaking. I don't know how much freaking fluid I want to dump into that now until I get over to the shop to have it looked at. At least it's a slow drip, like 1 or 2 an hour maybe or something like that. It's not gushing out. Thank God. If that's the case, then I might as well just park the son of a gun and call it a day and just chooch my life away, right? But yeah. Other than that, I know this is probably getting long-winded, so I don't want to keep you guys. But I want to thank all my new subscribers and my faithful core people that have stuck with me for the last couple years doing this stuff, and I'm glad that you enjoyed me and the first mate and our rambles or whatever we get up to, brewing, movie reviews, and hopefully this spring, man, hopefully we can get out here. This weather changes, and I gotta find babysitters or something, or even take the kids with me. I guess I don't know. Get some hiking videos, getting on a trail or something. Do something different for the channel, for a change instead of just me chooching and talking. But that's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do, right? I mean, it is what it is till things change. So, with that said, my friends, remember, life is always adventure. So let's set sail.